As people. We're going to talk today about the success mindset, something about success in sales, something about the mindset. How do we begin with our mindset of people as people? People as people. I'm going to tell you a quick story about how I got started in sales. And when I was in sales, when I began communicating with people about my product or service, now of course I knew everything. I was the arrogant guy that had the ego and I knew everything about sales. I had never sold anything in my life. I had never gotten anybody to actually sign the bottom line, but I knew everything about sales. I knew how to talk people out of my product really well. But I had over 6,000 people in my Uber car when I used to drive for Uber in Chicago. I had thousands of people I got to talk to on a regular basis and how exciting it was. But yet I wasn't closing any deals. For some reason, nothing was happening from that. It wasn't actually achieving the goal I wanted. I mean, I was talking to them, I was having good conversations, but I wasn't actually closing the deal and developing a strong relationship with somebody. And I didn't realize until I went to my friend Cliff, who's a very good mentor of mine. He's been a mentor for several years now, and what an exciting person to work with, because he's never one time given me the answer to my problems. He's merely led me to the solution. He says, Daniel, this book right here, he came to me and said a book called Leadership and Self-Deception. Leadership and Self-Deception. He said, Daniel, you ought to check out this book and read it. And I do what Cliff says because I believe in Cliff and I believe in the results he has in his life, and so I decided I'd read that book. I read that book and I remember calling Cliff after I read it. And I think I was in tears. I know I was emotional about it. When I told Cliff, I said, Cliff, I cannot believe I've missed it for all these years, for all this time. Thousands of people I've had the opportunity to communicate with, and never one time have I closed anything because of how I was viewing other people. How I was looking at other people. You see, I realized from that book and from learning those principles that my mindset, my view of other people was I saw people as an object rather than as a people. I saw them as having a big old dollar sign right above their head. That's all I saw. I remember thinking to myself, oh yeah, she can make money, I can make money off of her, or I can make money off of him, or that guy there, I know he's going to help me make money. Instead of realizing that that's a person. That's not a dollar sign. That's not an object. That's a person. And see, do you realize that the mindset of success, the mindset that we ought to have going into meeting our people, going into building relationships, going into communicating with other people, if we learn to view them as people rather than objects, we will be amazed at how many people will want and desire to sign the bottom line and give you and transact their money that they work hard for and transact it for your product or service. It was amazing when my viewpoint finally changed and shifted in my life. When it finally shifted, I started closing deals. I started actually making money off of it. I started actually helping people's lives advance, helping people pursue their career, helping people advance as a professional. It started actually happening because I realized the core concept of understanding people are people. You view them differently. The person in the checkout line, the post office worker, whatever it may be, the truck driver, the gas station attendant, whatever it may be, you view them as people. You learn how to change your perspective of how you look at other people rather than looking at them as objects, and choose to look at them as a person. It can make a difference in your life. Let me give you a quote from Tom Hopkins. Tom Hopkins teaches a concept on mastering the art of selling. People will buy your belief in your product or service long before they transact money for your product or service. Long before they make that financial transaction, you have got to go to them with a core belief system, a core belief that says, I believe in what I'm doing today, and I am willing to share with you, and you will buy my belief in my product or service long before you transact money for my product or service. I want you to transact money, but really, what I really want now is I want you to buy my belief. I want you to know that I, as a core belief, I view you as a person. I want you to know that you feel special. Do you walk into your meetings with that mindset? Do you see other people as people, or do you view them as an object? People as people. Let's change how we look at people. Let's choose to look at people a little bit differently than how we did yesterday. Let's choose to look at them differently tomorrow than how we do today. There's always some minor improvement we can make in how we view other people.